Nice topper. Says you look like someone with good intentions. So, says you covered the important things already. Understand? If only you were as tall as a tree. That's a ganote. Easy prey for Lupa-Lupin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed. That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. Glad to see some wood scrap there. It's the chug yard. Need the right key? Don't forget the past. Learn from it. Keep hold of that. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Cutting edge. Bomper bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Keep focused on what you can do today. Tomorrow's already gone. Let's see. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. That paid off. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth. He hopes. He understands history made Lupa Lupin a big part of your past. You still believe there's some good in everyone. He says you should know that what's meant to be will. Gizmo encourages that. You should forgive, but never forget. It'll provide some comfort to your soul and keep the memory of.
Fan that flame!
Beat out that spark before it starts.
It was so young, so fragile. It had so much to give.
Better to take it down now while you still can.
Fire catches. Eventually.
Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Grateful to you for coming back and doing. Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seem so centered and so. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside. He can't leave the underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage. You should return when. Don't pass out. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. That. Focus on the tightrope. Be on the watch for a way out. That's just nasty. Biohazards make you puke. Don't look down. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply. He made a suction device so the Mekton can use the black tar as an instant refuel. You can also use it to clear oily goo puddles, so you can... He's been working on another project for the Mekton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the scripts. He says if they're trained right, the best way to find scripts is to go to a... Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than... The grease monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Feel like a landed fish? You sound like one. Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to.
Pode Inmo. Diava. Kaffee.
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not
Kaffee.
Says a monster hunter hears many things on the wind.
Inmo.
Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time comes.
Vaksan u intabadan kamaklai.
Choosing what to kill and what to spare are the most important decisions you'll make.
I arin kashumai.
You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care.
Badan udidimada bulshada.
It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others.
Waksan donya ina mahamale.
When it comes to
I arin kashumai.
says it's wild that the world seems to be coming back.
Piada.
Wonders why you work so hard to keep things alive.
Jira vabasco.
Says you should give up on working with the stubborn Myriad. He keeps trying.
Kumo me.
But enough of that.
Me.
He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned.
Ikaya marafka. Tib.
He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows?
Waksan makale zegi.
Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty...
Dakat khalifaf etchine.
For-
Baskilka Michael Tagukal.
There's no better place to...
La fea nuch.
Let's see. That ain't bad. You're not ready for that yet.